Well, hello there, and a happy and wonderful Valentine's Day to all you lucky people out there who are lucky enough to have a Valentine's. I don't. I have my secret Valentine, but I don't think that she knows yet. Or is it me that doesn't know? I don't really know. But anyway, Valentine's Day is a great time of year. It's that time of year when we share some of our more intimate feelings with those that we love and those that we care about. And it's a great thing to share your intimate feelings, as long as you don't share the too intimate ones, such as, I like you, but I'd like you even more if you brought your sister along. Oh! Bad move right there! Bad move. So, Valentine's Day. Now, if you're thinking about taking your partner, or wife, or ball and chain, whichever you decide to call them, if you're deciding to take them out for a meal tonight, there is a little bit of etiquette that you have to remember. And it is this, that at some point during the night, this will happen to you if you're in a top-class restaurant. If you're just taking her out to KFC, it's unlikely that this is going to happen. But if you're taking her out to a fancy restaurant somewhere, a nice diner, just remember this. You'll have got through your starter, you'll have sat down at the table, got your alcohol, or loosener, as I like to call it. You'll have got that, you'll have sat down, you'll have got your starter, and you'll be quite conscious of crumbs or spillage. And as you sit down and you realise, oh, I've dropped a few crumbs on myself, but she's not noticed because she's so wrapped up in our love. And it's a beautiful moment where you're sat over the table, you have one hand perched on the table, and she comes across, reaches, grabs your hand, gives it a little squeeze. Brilliant moment, but you know that this moment is coming later on that could destroy this idyllic setting, so to speak. And you get to the main course and you've got your massive ribeye steak, 12-ounce ribeye steak. You're thinking, oh yes, I'm gonna demolish this, I'm gonna destroy it. But the thing is, you can't destroy it too quickly because you don't want to seem like you're a pig just shoveling it in. You've got a girl there, you want to impress her, you want to make a good impression, so you can't just shovel your steak in like, oh yeah, shovel it in. You can't really do that, so what do? You eat a little bit slower. She's looking at your plate going, wow, that's a lot of food. You're looking at her plate going, I'm sure I put that in my rabbit hutch this morning. Sure that's enough for you, dear? Would you like any salt? It's a fucking salad! No, I don't want any salt. I was just asking you, chillax. But then you know that halfway through the main meal, that moment approaches and BAM! It's the decision point, it's the decider whether this day is going to continue or whether it's going to abruptly end. And that point is when in through the door walks a man with a bucket under his arm, and the bucket is full with roses. The flower man, ladies and gentlemen. Now that's a time in every man's date where they have to make a choice. Do I buy or do I not buy? Now, I've only been in this situation one time in my life, and I will admit, ladies and gentlemen, I crumbled. I'm sorry, fellas, really, I am, but I crumbled. I bought a rose. It was £3 for one in rose. I knew I could have gone to the co-op the day before. I could have got a rose for about 99 fegging p. But I crumbled, I paid £2 extra, I got her a rose, everything was good. To be honest, the fact that we're no longer together kind of makes me feel a little bit like, no! But nonetheless, I got a rose for her. And, but that's the time, isn't it? That's the time in a relationship where you've got to think, is this relationship serious enough for me to warrant buying a rose for this girl? Or is this a relationship where Don't buy her a rose, it may be alright, so to speak. Now, the roseman comes across and every man's thinking to themselves, no, I don't want a rose. Will you beg her off? You're starting to annoy me now. Whereas every woman's sat there thinking, if he don't buy me a rose, that's it. That is it. If he does not buy me a rose, that is completely and utterly it. I'm not having any more of this. Because I'm telling you now, that card for 25p from local garage and those chocolates, the half-eaten box of chocolates no less that he brought home for me, is just not going to cut it for Valentine's Day. You've got to buy him a rose, people. You've got to buy him a rose. You've got to know how to treat your women and treat them right. But Valentine's Day is a special time of year because, and it is if you've been together for a long period of time as well. If you've been together for, say, a couple of months before Valentine's Day comes along, that's the really difficult time. Because you're not sure you don't know whether to go all out on Valentine's Day or be reserved on Valentine's Day because you don't want her to think that you're too much of a psychotic, you're mine now, bitch! You don't want her to think that, but then again, you don't want her to think, oh, you don't care about me. So, what do? Now, I always go down the route of a small bunch of flowers, not over the top. Later on, when you've been together for 2 years, say, then you can get her a bunch of flowers that costs $2.99. But I'm kidding. My flowers have been a hell of a lot more expensive than any $2.99. But there is that. There's that sort of thing. What do I do? What do I go for here? I've only been going out with her for a couple of months, so I'm not going to get sexy underwear because, to be honest with you, she's going to be thinking, whoa, slow down there, chopper. And to be honest with you, if you're married, underwear can still be a little bit of a problem because if you've had an argument before Valentine's Day, you've bought her underwear, she's thinking, no, you ain't getting me in that and you ain't getting any. So it can be a bit of a waste of money as well. But if you've been married for a long time, Valentine's Day comes along. I was in a relationship for about 7 years, and every Valentine's Day came along, we used to write poems in I used to write a poem in her card and stuff like that. And after about 7 years, it gets a little bit more difficult because you're thinking, well, what did I write last year? And I used to keep copies of what I wrote, so I didn't write the same thing again. In the end, you just sort of think to yourself, well, can't I just put in the card, see last year's card for details? Will it work? Probably not, no, but that's the way it goes. So ladies and gentlemen, if you've got any tips for Valentine's Day, whack them in the comment section below. I hope that has been helpful for you. Just watch out for the flower man, and also watch out that you don't do too much on Valentine's Day. Don't go too far. And to be honest, don't do what one of my friends did a couple of years ago. He went out on a date with someone. He'd only been together in that relationship for about a week. Goes out on Valentine's Day. They both go to a club. Can you see where this is going yet? No, I didn't think you could. Both go to a club, and the both of them end up leaving the club with someone else. To be frankly honest with you, I don't know how he did it. I don't know where those other two people came from, but that's what happened. They went in together, they came out separately. But one of those relationships is still going now, and that was almost 3 years ago. So incredible stuff do happen on Valentine's Day. Cupid's arrow strikes again. But ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for watching my video. I hope you've had a little bit of a laugh, and I hope that your Valentine's Day goes spectacularly good. I hope it doesn't go with a bang, because to be honest with you, I've seen some of these Valentine's Day stories and the bang is never good. So thank you very much indeed. It's been fantastic to see you all again. It's been fantastic to talk to you. Salvation and all the rest of the crap that we were going to do is going to come back soon. We're going to get on with it, so thank you very much indeed. My name is Stuart Harley, and I hope you have a fantastic Valentine's Day. Goodbye, and thank you once again for watching.